on my Savage shirt. One time I wouldn't wear a shirt like this, but it was a gift, Savage, and they got Savage squads, they got all kind of stuff. I really don't like the word, but I can look at it and get something different, out of it. I can get SAV, and saving and AGE, and that's I can get many things out of that. So I'm looking at this one word, they looking at it, yeah, this nigga, yeah, he got on Savage. And I'm looking at it from this perspective of an engineer, a scientist, a historian and stuff like that. When I have these symbols up here, so every symbol and everybody got a different view of what's going on. So yeah. So anyway, how y'all doing? Yeah, it's up and popping. And first thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna pull up this chart, and this is a teacher's chart. If you ain't got this chart, you ain't no damn teacher. You could be a gangster. You could be a rapper, you could be a star, but it don't matter because you over there. And what I'm talking about is right now, all the time, never changing, every day, every second, living this. And this is something I said, did, and you said, that can't be done. You can't live this stuff I'm talking about, okay? But we're gonna prove that wrong now, right now. We're gonna prove that wrong because there is truth with truth, So, but I'm gonna pull this up right now, and this is matter of fact, I'll pull up on here. I'll put right up on here. I know. That's what happens. And I'll be looking at myself too. You got the chart up? No, I ain't got the chart up. I got you talking. Oh, this is a good entity, deity right here. And she go by the name she can tell you y'all can hear her if she talk. Hey, what's up, world? It's your girl, True. There you go. Excuse me. They know me. All right, so this is true. It's true on here, and it's called a guide. Okay, no, actually, it's called Nuwabian. Nuwabian. Well, I was just thinking that I feel like maybe teacher's guide. So now they want to cut grass as soon as I start talking. Oh, okay. The idea is to have new information. New information. Every beginning of every show. I mean, affirmations, or if it's just a mantra, sentence or two, just to kick it off and get everybody in the second line where they should be, so you can receive the message that's coming to you. Oh, she said open up and sharpen up and focus and things like that. And there's things that you can do to do that, like when you see me or when you come in the show, you can say to yourself and hum and get that hum to vibrate so it can cleanse and wash out like you're gargling your mind. And that's the principle, the iron principle, and that's one of the things. And she said mantra, I believe mantra is, because I haven't used that word. I heard it, I seen it, I read the definition, but I believe it's a tone, it's a chant. And when this chant, we have muscle memories, and it will bring you back to that same time that you learned to chant. You learned how to do the chant, and what the chant brought you that first encounter. Because every vibration brings a different, that's why we say if something happened, start laughing. Look at yourself. Look how stupid you look for that one moment. You placing everything that you ever did on that one situation, and now you shut down. Somebody hit your button, your stop button. So she's saying, what you're gonna do, the affirmation. Well, I should have did the affirmation for you, because if you're here on the channel, and I know this, but I'm learning. We all learning. We got wealth of knowledge. We just have to put in the right formation. And you can't trust nobody to do it, because nobody knows nobody's vision. But we come collectively in the all, then we good.
So yeah, I'm trying.
I mean, well, I have like a really big page of affirmations, but I'll just spit a little bit to you what I wrote down, the first few paragraphs to start the show off for today.
So yes.
The affirmation for today is: today, think, feel only of the ideas and thoughts I would like to express and materialize. Negative energy thoughts, no longer identifying with them. I realize that at any moment in time, I have the power to be reborn into the person I desire to be.
Ashe. I see we gonna have you know what I do with the time come. All I'm gonna be doing. So when y'all see me initially, this is like the nucleus. And when y'all see the time span of this broadcast and the many things that trickulates from this flash, this is almost like the separation of the earth and the moon, but it's the connection, you see, because we did it in reverse. So as we start to do in the gentleman, young and old, give the respect back to their makers, who made them, who created them, and let them work their magic. And you can't let those who have not experienced and the experiences of nurturing of the child, the situation that we're in, different locations is different here where I'm at than where you at. So you have to let them proceed and be that tribal leader instead of putting them in the box, hurting their feelings, not giving them time to rest, to think, caring for the children is a lot of responsibilities. It's a lot of time. It's not part-time. It's all the time until that child is capable, which they say 21. But with the laws that we have and the information that we should have obtained ourselves to share with them, because we have to stop calling them children. They are duplications. We have to get science with it, because when you start thinking like people, then you manipulate it by those who are chosen by the people in their dumb state to rule over them, choosing people to rule over them. They don't know these people from a can of paint. They voting for this person. They're supposed to be in tribal formation. Then the tribe, which is headed by the chiefess, or what they call the empress, and this is what you're hearing now. You're hearing the empress talk. Because I didn't even think about that. You didn't think about that. I'm thinking about many ways that I did to get to this point. She's bringing it clarity. That means to have clarity is Clarence. Clarence is the extrasensory perception. It's not seeing, hearing, taste, smell, and feeling. It's a different set. And this set is triggered. It's in us, but it's not activated. It's dormant in many people. And they explain it, the crystallization of the pineal gland and whatever. The whole thing, experience the best. If you have somebody that did the work, and every generation is 14 years, and they did the work for 2 generations, they're on the 2nd generation of doing this, that's who we get around that, and we listen for our own benefit. So that's what I'm saying. So I feel good to hear every word she say, because, it's like I'm not burnt out, but pretty soon I'll be taking myself to the end of the line too. But by taking myself to the end of the line, that's where I'm always going to be for now till we get this. We're going to get it all together. And like she is saying about the implement of the things necessary for you to achieve the frequency that you need to be on, so you can reset yourself and turn yourself into a different person. So that mantra that she gave, that was perfect. And so you say you're gonna give a different mantra every day? I mean, every time?
Yeah, that was an affirmation.
Affirmation.
Of the day. So yeah, I'm gonna do an affirmation on every show.
On every show.
Or a mantra. Maybe I should have said a mantra action or a mantra benefit, because like you said, the mantra is just the cleansing of the negative and and whatever.
Right.
But I also have a lot of different mantra actions and benefits. And also I'll probably be doing just a few words a day, like peace, love, and happiness will be the words of the day. And then, I'll say something behind it like, well, let that be your guide for today.
Right.
Don't let nothing get to you. We know we go through days and nights of people getting on our nerves, pulling the chain and doing all that. But, a lot of times people have a lot of different entities. Like you say, people have a lot of different things going on inside their mind, body, most of the time spirit. And I know I was listening to a lecture yesterday, and he was saying that, we need to get some control. We need to get some self-control about ourselves. Because one thing that we are not is disciplined. And for years, I can say that about myself also. They said you can't control yourself. You can't control your mind. So what do you call that when you can't control your mind? Monkey mind. Because your mind is here, it's there, it's everywhere. So that's something that we really have to work on. And I'm not, that's me too. Because I'd be like, well, I have to do this. And then, wait, I got to do this. Wait a minute, but I forgot to do that. So we don't want to be out here monkey-minded, jumping around from here to there. So it's a lot of things that we have to work on so we can get to where we need to be as people.
You said Ashe, that's for sure. And this and what she's saying, okay, this is actually this is the show. This is the show that I'm putting on. But actually she's coming out with a different show, right? So she can speak to the children. And what I was doing, I was pulling it up, and I'm gonna pull it up now. I was pulling it up. I'll be getting distracted because I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Coming out with probably some shows for some kids because I have two small children myself. I have a 5-year-old and an 11-year-old, so we'll come out with some things for them as far as like learning and teaching and just like maybe just everyday things and the things to have, snacks and just like all kind of stuff. And then like maybe we'll start doing like story time and merchandise and all kind of things like that because the show or channel will belong to my daughter and son. So we're trying to get it up and running now.
Oh yeah, see. That's what's popping. And on this channel, we're also gonna have a store because now we can go ahead and do this with the technology, and technology is everywhere. So, but I did bring up. I'm just so elated, and I'm gonna say why I say elated is it's like I'm really stress free of what's going on, and yeah, that's what. So okay, so now with the thing that I'm teaching, right, and it's for everyone. What is called I'll be slow on certain things. So let's see this.
So you
okay.
Don't have your notes, what you say?
I don't have my notes. No,
So
no, I don't.
You just off the top of the dome.
I be straight current affairs in the now. I be so in the now. This is in the now. And but you and what you're doing is people gonna see the change for somebody that know what they doing. I know what I know, but I don't know for that generation.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I know that's you already know. So, but anyway, when I'm teaching is the teacher's guide. I'm teaching the teacher's guide. So if people think they're a teacher, this is the guide, right? And it's the guide to the Nuwaubian language, which is all of our greatness put together in one format. And in this, as I'm going to show, we as we proceed, yeah. I'm like, man, yeah, I get like this, and it's okay, it's all right, because I'm learning this. This is the fun part. The other part, living this, the presentation becomes nervous, but living this is not nervous. It's just it was a lot, and I commend all of y'all that even listening to this and hearing this, and those that's coming along. But anyway, what I'm teaching is the new alphabets that we have, reading, constructing words from the symbols that's called alphabets, explaining why alphabet is al, which is the source, right? And alpha is first, the source being first, and bets or bayeth is woman. It's giving y'all back the women, right? Your rights, the natural order, you see, and taking you from being in the sub order, beneath men, beneath those you create. But anyway, we're talking about the pronouns, past possessions, three-part verbs, the forms, the tenses, constructing verbs, the command system. This part is very, very important when you're speaking, because when people be speaking, they say, oh, person talking down to them, or a person talking like this. So we're taught how to be in command. You see, and the command is actually the commandments that is given to us every generations, and this generation and prior generations of certain people, they were not receiving the commandments at the age of 13 to respect themselves in the law of the Most High. You see, so anyway, and he said the house of past tense, the house of present tense, future systems of pluralization, right? Which represent duplications of certain things and sounds and different things. So all this is to be explained. We're talking about the Nubian time zone that I have to also put there, because it wouldn't be fair if I knew it all and was teaching to you. I know the principles, see, but it's the experience I don't have, and the experience of this the women don't have. So it's better. This is the fountain that you get the water, and then you go back to the home, and then you prepare your meals, you wash your clothes, or whatever you do, or whatever. This is what we call kothar. Kothar is that stream of knowledge that is no one is gonna come here, period, with nothing, because we don't need that. We done disengage ourselves from all foolishness. We don't even entertain folly. Folly is fun and stupid stuff. But we talking about adjectives, the colors, the numbers, dimensions and qualities, punctuation marks, time zones, weather, directions, countries, naming all the countries, all the known cities, all the nationalities, political terms, business, occupations, positions, entertainment, exercise, hobby, drinking containers, knowing measurement, because what they did here in this here, they gave we say inches. People don't even deal with inches globally. This is something that the United States it's spread, but that's not the main thing. Is centimeters and meters, even miles. They don't use miles. But we talking about appetizers, what to eat, food, desserts, snacks. We talking about everything right here on this page right here, and and there's more. But then our affirmation, it says, and you're right. And in the book that I'm teaching, and now I'm teaching with more insight, it says, and you're right, true. It says, first, let's begin by reciting our affirmation in our own language, which is called Nawabic. Okay, but I'm gonna read it to you in English, and then I'm gonna recite it in the language. It says, begin all prayers and think about using El Kalun, but you would have to know what El Kalun is, okay? When it says, I am in the love of the all, and all love is in me. I am a part of the all, and the all is a part of me. I am one with the all, and the all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of the all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in the all, as long as my wish is to stay in the all. I am never alone. The all is I am. The all can, I can. The all does, I do. So that was the affirmation to officially open up the broadcast for me and True right now. And that is the affirmation to the teacher's guide to the Nawabic language. So this will be teaching, unraveling, setting the record straight, all the things that people say they claiming to do. And if you heard the table of contents and the instructions that's there, it's enough to say you in the nation. This is our nation. This ain't that we ain't going nowhere. We just got to get ourselves right and get out of the lies and the trickery, And it's
get back to truth.
Get back to truth. Right. So, and then it's like that's what I really wanted to say on this broadcast. And then the next one, prepare yourself, have a piece of paper, right? And a pen so you can take notes. That's just a part. That's just showing respect. But we're gonna continue with this because first she's driven, I'm driven, I'm tired. She ain't, but because it's her time, And like I said, if I was to say who would be the best one to and I'm doing this, but I'm gonna get the screen so I can see myself when I say this, because this right here is very important. Because this right here is not that one. Okay, yeah, this is very important. Yeah, okay, I want to see myself because I was watching the other screen. So okay, True right here is the truth. I done met two truths here. One is named True. Right? This is True Wishes. The wish is here now. The truth was here all the time in this area. St. Louis is marvelous. There's a lot of things that we'll be talking about St. Louis that people didn't know, from around the world, and it was a holding ground. It's still a holding ground of the truth, purity in heart, people that's really, really want to do good things. And you can see that with the Ferguson when you can't take it no more. And the entities start entering and say, okay, start to activate. And people are definitely activated here. And people in St. Louis is from everywhere. It ain't just, the people that's originally here, good people, natives, they're really good. And then the whole thing in St. Louis, what we did, we said, well, we're not gonna say, well, this part of St. Louis. So what I did, we got the tribe of Missouri. That's what we go under. These teaching is the tribe of Missouri, which is the first district of 7 different districts that's maintaining the 48 states here on Americus. My name is Americus, and representing everything from Greenland to Alaska, Canada, United States, Mexico, South America, and Central America, South America, all of it. That's the familiar. That's the familiar, which is a family. In different family, you have tribes. And we are from this whole continent, north and south of the equator, right? And the islands that came off, like Cuba, like Haiti, from the important parts like Panama with the canal. All that is our wealth. And these are our goals. We have short-term goals, long-term goals, and our goals are now checked by what we call you have natural. That's why the first thing was to get the natural order together. And now the natural order is here. And what I was going to say, if I go off the point, if anything happens, that's the truth right there. There's other people I've been with, and they know some things because we went through a metamorphosis of many things. But when you get to the point where you got it and say no, not yet, and you go and you said nah, she been ready, and respectfully studying to find herself approved, not to be well. We don't get embarrassed, but the word embarrassed or shamed, but not to be precise, the best that we could be, and that's the type of person that she is, and I do appreciate her, and like I said, that is the empress right there. There's many empress now, but this the one right here is the first district, and will maintain all the districts that we will establish in this. And the first one is what they call Missouri. So we say the state of Missouri, that would be wrong. So we saying Missouri, you see, because the state that's fictitious. That's something they make up. The state of this United States, you see. No, that's wrong. So we're here to disprove all this, and we're going to do it in English, right? For those that's affiliated with the family, right? But the next generation will know it in Nawabic, straight Nawabic. Now you got the Nawabians who changed over to Sabians. It don't matter what you want to call yourself. You can't hide from the truth. You can't add on to the truth. The truth was already been told by the last prophet, who was told people to go back to Jesus, to get into the bloodline of the family, and to go all the way back to the covenant, right, of Noah, and to help every color. It's the rainbow. That's the covenant. And when people get specific, because they want the power to do things, and that was just to continue the information, to continue the culture, the growing of righteous children. And it got down to the part where it was there, even in this day and time, in the 60s and the 70s. And if you see, we're going back. So that's where we got to cut and paste. The dumb stuff that grew out of what we call the drugs, genocide. You see, but this time it was just straight drugs, the drug war. If it's the war, when did they say the war is over? Or is the war still on? If the war, what's the casualties of this war? And how does the war affect the formation of what they call the family of a wife, a husband, 2 children, and a dog? That's not how we live. So I'm here to explain everything that people said about somebody just so they wouldn't fight for the truth. That's why you get chastised for that. It's called chastisement. And when the person going through difficult times, that's what happens. So we're going to briefly talk about that here on this channel. But the channel that she's doing, it's safe for kids, but you need to be there, because you have to submit yourself as a child to learn all over again. You see, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and only a fool despise wisdom and instructions. So, and if you see, if people they say, hey, he made it this far. I sure did. And I, even when I said the spark, you see me change spark, and I read to you the books, and I'm gonna do it here because she's gonna be reading for children, and she got doing stuff, and I'll be doing it right here too, right? And you can purchase these books, and I'm gonna read it to you, right? And I'm gonna see if she can read some too, but I don't want to get her mixed up, because that's a new generation that already took over. I'm just explaining what the hell happened and giving my crew, those that was in the fields, still working on faith. I'm gonna give you the answers to everything that you need. I'm gonna give you they call it the cheat sheet. Well, I think when they say sheet is chi energy. I'm gonna give you that energy, and we're gonna learn this, walk together, and I'm gonna go activate myself all over again, because I deactivated myself just to talk to y'all, because I'm not this slow. I don't give a shit about the things y'all talking about, but I'm gonna show y'all in the field who maintain with pillars of strength and maintain this. But you still have to go ahead back to those who's true ruling. So we put nature back in place.
If I can interject.
You anytime.
I just wanna let you know that when we put these shows out and you curse too much, you know they could take our stuff down.
What curse did I say?
The SH word.
S
I mean,
A?
stuff like hell and DAM, I don't think that really matters. But when you start getting a certain amount of followers and listeners and stuff like that, if you say certain things, because they're going to go through and listen to these shows. And when you say certain things, they'll take your shows down.
Oh, okay. That's another. I'm glad you said that too. And that's another thing too. We need full. No.
You probably could slip a few times. You ain't going to be able to do too many because they'll take our stuff down. Because they're looking for any excuse to shut down what we want to say, especially when it's true.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you recognize. I'm glad you recognize that. That's a good point. And when she's speaking to me, she's speaking to everybody that's telling the truth, because I'm gonna tell the truth regardless anyway, and people gonna tell the truth regardless anyway. But she just said we're gonna have longevity. The things that we saying can be said numerous ways. So that's why when I start doing this here, I'll be teaching straight out the book. I'll be teaching straight out the book. This is not the explanation time. I'm gonna teach everything straight out the book. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So and like I said before, the commentaries of what I'm saying, I'm not gonna say nothing that what people want to sue me or defamatory and all that crazy stuff. The truth is the truth. They're gonna find out. People don't know. They're gonna find out this is the truth. They're gonna find out about eugenics, and they find out with the schooling system and who supported that and the reasons why. It's all documented. People have to take time. So we finished with that anyway. The people that I'm dealing with that's gonna come in, right? These are the people in the trenches, and they already know me. They knew me when I was before many. That's gonna come back because they waiting. And that's the whole thing about everybody's waiting to hear what everybody got to say. And that's my people will hear me by my voice. Come on now. That's all it is. It ain't nothing spooky. I got matter of fact.
Well, I feel like when people don't know certain things, it's not what you have been taught all your life. People think things are, oh, it's this and it's that. They think things are spooky because it's not what they're used to, because we have been so conditioned to be this or be a Christian or be this or be that, whatever, non-denominational, Jewish, whatever it is that they want to be. But my thing is that when you start on the path of spirituality, it's a whole other ballgame. Not saying that it's not what you've been taught, but like I said, they condition people and they mislead people to be afraid. They always want to push fear to make you afraid, to keep you in the stable, because they want to keep the people, aka the sheeple, in line.
Oh, the sheeple, yeah, for sure.
Because without them walking in a straight line, there's no control. They can't control.
Right. But let me ask you this question. Do you think when you say like they, right? Do you think those that are strong are affected by they?
People that are strong?
Yeah.
I feel like people can always be strong and stand their ground, but when you don't know, you just don't know.
All right.
You could be strong and holding to what they are saying.
Right.
Which what they're telling these people are not correct.
Right.
So my thing is, why would you tell the masses of people to walk in this straight line every single day and do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's not the right thing to do? Because apparently you have an agenda to uphold to.
Right. They got a different agenda, and that agenda, right, is over. It's just the stragglers that's out there. They think they running nothing, but they ain't running nothing but their mouth, and that's what I'm here to say. I'm proof. I'm proof. You know, and those people. I mean, I say I'm proof, and everybody else can say, yo, I'm proof too. I don't mind people saying they're proof, but you just gotta be active. You know.
I just feel like you don't have to believe nothing me or he says. If you go research it, you'll just find out for yourself, because actually they put it right in our faces.
Right.
We just turn a blind eye to everything.
A blind eye.
Oh, okay. This ain't that, or that ain't this. Like, okay, but go research it and see what you find out. You'll find out that everything and anything that we say here is true. And that's how I started off. Like, well, somebody said this, somebody said that. Well, let me go see, because I'm already that type of person. I want to know if something is true. So I'm going to go figure it out. Not figure it out, I'm going to go research it. That's what I'm going to do.
Right.
And I find myself doing that a lot. Like, somebody might say a word or something. Mm-hmm. Somebody might say, well, you a starseed. So I'm like, a starseed? I'm like, what is that? So they tell me what it is. But I'm still going to go research it and say, oh, okay. Well, a starseed is an evolved being from another planet, star system, or galaxy, whose specific mission is to assist the Earth. So now I know what it means. So now you can't never tell me I'm not a starseed, or I am a starseed if I'm not. I mean, only you know how you feel. Only you know what you do. So like I said, it's up to us to dig deep within ourselves to figure out what it is that you want for this life that you've been given.
I'm just listening, and I got a little one of them jiggly beats in my head while you talking, because you know we're on the YouTube. So, but this is beautiful. This is good, man. This is one of the days I've been waiting for a long time, because you know we it's finished. You know, everybody just got to walk accordingly, and that's why she said we want to keep this show on. We don't have to put up another show. We can keep this show. So she said, "Don't curse." So now we definitely going by the book, because that's the way it is. We're gonna go by the book, and for me to teach this book like I want to, it's continual. It don't stop.
Right.
It don't stop.
I've heard that already. What they're trying to do is shut down people that have started to wake up or woke.
Right.
So they saying it's a war, but the war is really against the people that are awake, because they don't want everybody to wake up. Because if everybody wake up, what in the world is they gonna do then? If that tribe starts sticking together,
right?
Come on, you already know.
What? Yeah, well, that's what happened with the Ferguson thing, because when they was deploying and bringing people back over here, they had a lot of ammunition and tanks and all that. They gave it to the local police, right? And they acted a fool with it.
Right, because that's what they do. Like I said, they want to just control. Okay, so let's just say you can't get control of everybody. Now what? Everybody just supposed to march in a straight line, and then I guess everything goes how they want it to go, and then, you know, everything Gucci in, everything all right.
You know, you're right, but you know what? The picture with that, what she's referring to, is it's called Metropolitan. That's how they had if anybody Google Metropolitan, right? Mm-hmm. They got movies, they got and that's when you see when the slaves wasn't into the workforce. They was into agriculture in the fields. They wasn't into the plants, because there wasn't the plants like that. And the plants that they had, it was called Metropolitan, and it was all white men. Women were not allowed to come outside. They were not allowed. They had to wear dresses to their, you know, to their ankles and stuff like that.
Now, you heard people talking about slaves and slavery and stuff like that. Now, my question to you is, was slavery, did it ever happen? Did it ever go on? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because now that I'm thinking and studying and researching, I'm thinking like, now, did that really happen? Because I know how we are as people. And if it's one or two people telling us to do something and it's 10 of us, who are you talking to?
Right. But you know what they did? They put fear in people. They started doing things like, first of all, our immune system couldn't take their filth. They were put away to the Caucasus Mountains for a reason, a cold climate, just like, you know, for the germs, you know, and they could live happily with their ice and shit like that, you know. So that you said shit. That you said that's the word you was talking about. Oh, okay. I didn't think I could say shirt, but I don't have to. It's like anyway. So what was the question? Because
so the question was, do you feel like slavery ever happened?
It's still happening. Yeah, it never stopped. They brought it in and they killed the parents. Thanks for reminding me. They killed the parents, and then they put fear in the children, but they put more fear in the women. They made them sub-order. They took them out their natural order of authority over their who they create in their womb. They let the people while they was in captivity here, right? Because this is our land, period. They claim they conquered this shit. They claim they bought Manhattan for $28 worth of trinkets, right? But if you look at it from that time to what it is today, and the people that we helped, right? That was just charity, period. And you cannot do that, because once we put the natural order back in place, which is you, right? And that trickles down the line like the domino effect, right? For your, not even your generation, because it would took you like one of the first ones of that generation that will teach that generation, not your generation, because that generation will be pillars of strength. We still gonna appreciate everybody, you know. But yeah, when a person apply for a job, that's a form of slavery. What happens is you give your name, so now you're giving all your tribal identity, and the tribal name that they given is who they. You get the names of the slaves, the slave masters as they was called. So you got their name. So they look at that, they see what it is, boom, blah, blah, blah. They see when you was born, then they got that, and they start doing the astrology and the devil work towards your birth. See when you entered, that's when they know about the star seeds. That's when they know, and that's called astrology. And that's what they do with the meteor, the what is that? When they do the weatherman, the meteorologist. Yes. So when you put the application in, they start to put the spell on you, right? And conjuring up demons and shit to go up inside of you, because they know what's going on. So, but the slavery part is anytime a grown-ass man or grown-ass woman leave their children to work for somebody else, instead of learning how to do it for yourself, they know how to do it. They know how to clean, start a cleaning business, you know, and then do it around the children, hire people, you know. It's just a way people's doing. Yeah, we still, yeah, they pull that. But the day, what I'm trying to say, once we, right now, the day is needed. They are needed people, because they don't include us. We got a whole new playing field. We ain't playing by their rules like that. We ain't trying to, we playing better rules. They got the civic laws. We the civilizers. We have what we call the commandments. You see, thou shalt not steal. This, that. Well, we have, I have not done that. We ain't even got to say, they ain't got to tell us what not to do. Those are for, that's what I said, we need them to handle the people that don't want to be right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
and I'm gonna say those commandments not even for us, because we already know for a fact what's right and what's wrong and what to do and what not to do. I feel like those commandments are for the others. That's not for us.
Yeah, and they try to use right.
That's not us.
They use that to control those who don't know who they are. That's why all these years I was saying, once a person rise up to a certain level, he'll see that shit don't matter because it don't apply to him. He ain't worried about that dumb shit. He ain't worried about the people that's not progressive. All the people that's lied to and steal and doing this and squandering and no, we ain't interested in that. That's over. If you ain't productive in business, to be free, you have to fight to be free. You have to maintain that freedom. You got to be in the law to change the laws to create different laws. And that's what we're missing. And that's what we got now with you on board, sitting in that chair right there. See, because you already know this was going to take. I'm not making this up. They want to make up a hard road trip. No, this is what's needed. To be free, first of all, you have to establish your own stuff. You have to create things. That's why they say by the power of the tongue, and they say the bottom down from the dome, the head, the thinking, into the extremities, to doing things, to command. That's why we're teaching about commands. We not right. We teaching, which so we can be in our proper persona, so we can be in our natural order, rising up to who we truly are. The natural order was just to deal with the humans under the covenant of the rainbow, you see. But who we are, right, is rising up to a whole nother level. That's that deityship. This is your planet. And once you rule your planet right, so now you know your planet, okay, boom, you got the people in charge. They supposed to be in charge. They need your help. They want your help. And when you say this, why would somebody want to take you off? They're not going to take you off because it's like a supply and demand. They have not heard nothing like this before. Oh, who the hell is this? I don't know, but I'm going to hit you right back. Oh, hold on. Just hold on. Hello?
Hello, I'm looking for Emeritus Todd Felici.
Yes, this is. Who is this, please?
Good afternoon. This is Sean with A1 Private Investigation Security.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm marvelous, sir. I'm great, and everything's good. Yes, sir. I was waiting. I'm glad to hear.
I got your application on my website here, and I wanted to call and see if you are available.
That was a little bit of information. I ain't get that much though, but I'm gonna hit her back right now. Hold on.
Hello.
Yeah. We back on. Just briefly, we back on now. I cut the sound off to the thing, but I gotta get that call. You know, I'm getting ready to cut the sound off. Hold on for a sec. I'm gonna cut the sound off.